Hi beautiful, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be super mega chill. I feel like I was on a high with like all of the new palette content, which is honestly my favorite time of the year to film. And then the Sephora sale happened and I did so many Sephora sale related videos, and now everything's like back to normal. Plus like most of the new products that we're going to launch this year before the holiday season already launched, and I'm like, we're just gonna take a breath today and play with makeup we already own. I am going to list the products that I'm using down below in the description box in case you guys are curious about anything. However, I am not going to mention anything that I'm going to be applying to my face today. I'm going to instead describe the products to you, and I'm going to encourage you to look in your makeup collection for products that look like what I'm describing, and then follow along if you want to in doing your makeup. And that way we're going to create a full face of makeup with things we already love and cherish. I will mention really quickly, if you're interested in REPHR brushes, that they are having the best sale of the year right now. Everything is 50% off or more on their website. The link is down below in the description box in case you're interested in buying REPHR brushes for yourself or as a Christmas present for any of your girlfriends or family members. But that's it. We're done mentioning products. We're done mentioning brands. I'm going to just start doing my makeup, and we're just going to be going off of product descriptions. So let's start by grabbing your favorite eyeshadow base, and I'm going to just even out my eyelids with mine. Usually I do a lot of evening out my eyelids once I apply my concealer, but today I'm feeling like doing eyeshadow before I do the rest of my makeup, and I do need to always even out my eyelids before I start my eyeshadow so that all of that darkness goes away. So I'm just going to grab a concealer brush and my favorite eyelid primer and even out everything from my lashes to my brow. Also, I did already do my brow, my favorite way to do them. I grabbed my favorite eyebrow gel and lifted them and then just filled them in with a pencil. And now the eyelids are nice and even and we're ready to start creating an eyeshadow look. The first shade I'm going to grab is this one right here, which is kind of like an off-white bone type color. And I'm going to, with a fluffy brush, I'm going to just use it as a transitioning shade. And I'm just going to blend it back and forth doing windshield wiper motions on the upper side of my crease. This one has a teeny tiny bit of a pinkish base to it, but it's pretty much an off-white type of shade. And again, go based off of the product description kind of, rather than eyeshadow palettes. I have 3 different palettes in front of me at the moment. I don't know if I'm going to use them all or not, but I just have them open and I'm just grabbing whichever shades speak to me. Also, this is going to kind of be a Thanksgiving inspired, Thanksgiving vibes makeup look. What I would wear for Thanksgiving makeup look. Because why not? Thanksgiving is around the corner. Maybe you guys will like the look and want to wear it for your Thanksgiving dinner. Thanksgiving vibes require warm, medium tone mattes. So I'm going to go with exactly that. This is the one I'm going with right here. Here's the swatch of it. And I'm going to use the same brush to start blending that color all throughout the crease of my eye. I'm going to tap it on the outer third first and then just back and forth blend it. And I feel like Thanksgiving is a pretty chill holiday where you kind of sit around the table and gather with your family. So I'm not going to go crazy. I'm not going to do anything super deep or dark or like a halo eye. I was just thinking, should I do a halo eye? No. Chill, because it's just Thanksgiving dinner. We're going to do a traditional good old smoky eye with sparkles, because sparkles make us happy, but it's not going to be anything over the top. Moving on to the other eye, and I'm just going to repeat over here. Switching my brush to a pinched blending brush, and I'm going with a slightly darker but still warm brown shade, something like this. Take a look right here. This is the color we're using next, so find something similar. And I'm going to start by tapping that shade on the outer third of my eyelid. And then with the tip of my brush, I'm turning the brush upside down. I tapped it like this, turned it upside down, and then I am with the tip of it working that color into my crease and repeating the same steps over on this eye. Tap first and then flip and blend. Oh my god, you guys see that right there? That is a scratch from a 5-month-old. They're little fingers, I swear. Ooh, that's looking so smooth and blended. I love it. I would like for you guys to tell me if you have any tricks for removing eyelash glue from in between your lashes, because it's a big struggle, okay, that I have. Okay, so here are the vibes, and I do think I might darken it up a little more, but I think I'm going to do shimmers first and then we'll work on the outer corner some more. For the center of the eyelid, I want something that is shimmery but also kind of a soft orangey vibe. So this is the color I'm going with right here. Ignore this one. This is yellow. I was testing different ones. We're going with something that looks like this. Soft orangey vibes for now. And I'm just going to tap it in the center towards the outer corner. And this is a duochrome type shade, so it does have a few golden sparkles in there. And I'm just going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to grab a flat brush, and I do think I want to use the other shade I had picked up with my finger, which has a bit more yellow in it. It's pretty yellow actually. So a yellow shimmer if you have one. If you don't, a light champagne would work as well. I'm just going with the warm vibes over here. So here's that yellowish color. And with that flat brush, I am tapping it on the inner third of the eyelid. And I'm going to define the eyelid a bit with the brush and the shimmer. And with some of the previous shade, the orangey shade, on the brush, I'm going to mix the two shades nicely together. I'm now fully convinced I do want to go darker on the outer corner, but not warmer. So I'm going to find a neutral brown shade to darken up things with. Something sort of kind of like this. Just dark neutral brown. And I'm going to grab a very small blending brush to apply it. Starting on the outermost corner of the eye and just back and forth blending it out there and into the crease. And same thing right over here. The one day I decide to do the eyeshadow first is the day that I have zero fallout. Anyways, I'm going to get started on complexion and we'll go back to the eyeshadow look after everything is applied to the face. I'm going to start with a makeup primer. Grab whichever one is your favorite. This one I like because it will help with pores throughout the day and just to make my face look smooth overall. Okay, the foundation vibes today are breathable, undetectable, sinks right in, feels like I'm not wearing makeup, because that's how I want to feel. So grab your favorite foundation or a foundation that makes you feel those feelings and go to town. Also, this one is a little darker, as you can see, than I am right now because 1, I am super pale at the moment. 2, this is the color I like to be. I prefer to be my summer self even in the fall and winter time. So here we are. And I'm going to blend this foundation in with a sponge that I'm too lazy to go wet. So if you see that it looks stiff, it's because it is, and it is dry. And that is okay. Actually, hold on. I wet the bottom of it just a bit because I was punching myself with my sponge. This is better. I'm starting to look alive. So here's the foundation fully applied, and I am loving that it is my summer color because I look alive. And this foundation in particular, as I was saying, it is undetectable on the skin. Like, you don't really feel like you're wearing anything, and that is exactly what I needed to feel like today. For my under eyes, I'm using a peach color corrector, and I'm just going to apply it with a concealer brush to cover up the purpley hues. Purpley hues, be gone. And then grab your favorite concealer. In this case, mine is one that is very lightweight with a medium coverage, sinks right in, feels like nothing, and once you set it with powder, it will not crease. And with my sponge, I'm just going to melt it into my foundation. Grab your favorite contouring bronzing type product. I'm going to use a creamy liquidy type contouring slash bronzy product. I will apply some additional powder bronzer, I think, but this one just looks so natural, and I love that it has a nice and neutral to cool tone undertone. So I'm applying it first. I'm grabbing a dense mid-size synthetic brush and I'm blending out my bronzer with it, patting it in place and kind of swiping and tapping around it. Tap, tap, tapping. And then down here, I just like to swipe. Anyways, I love products like this one because they just look super natural. They don't feel like much on the skin, and they're easy to apply and easy to blend. And they just give the face the shape we want. Loving things so far. Always make sure you use all of your cream and liquid products first and then powder. If I were to use a liquid blush, this would be the time to apply it, but I'm not. I'm going to go for powder, I think. So I'm going to start powdering my face to set everything, and then we'll continue. I'm going to use a makeup puff and my favorite translucent setting powder and set the center of my face. This is going to blur out my pores. It's going to make my concealer not move. It's going to keep my makeup lasting for a long time. And if you have dry skin like mine, I've said this in previous videos, but make sure that you're tapping off the excess from your puff, working the powder into the puff, tapping off the excess, and then and only then setting your face, because it's going to guarantee that you get this super flawless looking complexion that is blurred and poreless and not a dry mess. Because I have very dry skin. Powder was my enemy for a very long time, but I have made it my best friend. So now with a big fluffy brush and my favorite bronzer at the moment, one that is nice and neutral to cool tone, and it's like a satin finish and it blends like an absolute dream. So just grab your favorite bronzer. I did go for one that is like not dramatic. I am going for natural vibes today. We're going for natural glam with turkey on the side, okay? So soft glam bronzer that is not too pigmented. Also, personally don't love warm bronzers, so this one's nice and neutral. I almost showed you my blush, but this is not that type of video. Since the eye look is warm, I am going for a warm blush as well. I picked one that is nice and peachy, and I'm applying it with a very soft fluffy brush. The blush I'm using has a beautiful soft matte finish. Maybe I should show you the swatch of it. Here's what it looks like on my finger. It's just nice and peachy. Soft matte finish that kind of looks blurring on the face. And I applied it right on the cheekbone area and blended it upwards, but then also I'm running a bit of it through the bridge of my nose. So let's go back to eyeshadows, and I'm going to use my deep brown color that I use on the outermost corner of the eye underneath my lower lash line. And I'm also going to use the warmish transition shade that I used earlier on in the video through the crease. You can see it peeking through right up here, also underneath the eye. So first the dark matte neutral brown, and then we will blend that out and diffuse it a bit with the lighter warmer shade. For the more intense brown color, I'm using a pencil brush, and I am swiping it back and forth on the outer third of my lower lash line. So just back and forth right down here. And then with the lighter, warmer brown shade, we're going to diffuse the brown and blend things in all the way to my tear duct area. Just back and forth with a very small fluffy brush. And then I'm going to use a very pearly white type shade. This one happens to also have gold sparkles, which is convenient for this eye look. So something like that for the innermost corner of the eye. And I'm going to tap it in place with a small flat brush. Tap, tap, tap it right there. I'm going to grab a very dark neutral brown eyeliner, sort of like what I have swatched right there, and put that right on the waterline of my eye. And the next step is, of course, curling my lashes and applying my favorite mascara. So if you're following along, go ahead and do that. I'll be right back. Back with mascara on, and I have mascara only on this eye, and then I put on some falsies over here, which I'll do over here as well, but I wanted to show you what it looks like with just mascara on. And the falsies I chose for today, because I am again sticking with my soft glam situation, are fluffy and they are half lashes. So take a look right there, nice and fluffy, and this completes the eyeshadow look. And all we're missing is something on the lips, of course. The lip liner I chose is like a nudish brown that is neutral, leaning a little bit warm but not too much, and I'm just going to define my lips with it. This color is perfection for this look, and I always like to fill in my lip liner quite a bit. And I'm going to use a nude glowy lipstick for the center. This one has a buildable amount of color, and it kind of is similar vibes to the lip liner but lighter. And so starting in the center, I'm going to make sure everything blends together. And this is also like a lip balmy type of product, so it feels very comfortable on the lips. And so here we have it. This is my no product fall Thanksgiving inspired makeup look. I hope that you guys liked it and maybe some of you followed along. That would make me very happy. Let me know if you did that. My hair is kind of a mess right now. This is not a hair channel, okay? So just excuse me. But I am loving this beautiful glamorous look that is nice and wearable, and I think perfect and totally acceptable to eat turkey with, okay? If you guys like this video, don't forget to please give it a thumbs up before you leave. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I love you all so much. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you back in the next one. Bye.